Well, I'm on my way to pick up a new toilet at Home Depot. And I think while I'm there, I'm gonna get a gallon of paint for the exterior of the house. I don't know, I'm gonna try some samples, but I really feel like on the far end of the house, outside, it's the bathroom, it's the master bath, which, like I said, y'all seen, I don't keep a bathroom in there. It's the tanning bed and then a vanity. But that end of the house, coming this way, past the first bedroom window. So it's the spare bedroom at the far end of the house. I'm gonna come past that window with the paint color. I know that's a lot to paint just to see a sample, but I wanna see it past the window so I can put shutters up there and see if I like the two colors together with the window trim another color. So we're gonna see. So that's what I'm gonna do. But my main thing today is to get another toilet for the bathroom. I'm thinking that the toilet has the problem, and I don't know what makes toilets go bad and what makes toilets decide they're not gonna flush good anymore. But everything drains in the house good. So I feel like if there's a problem, it's gonna be right directly under the toilet or the toilet itself. And I'm not gonna pull the toilet out without having another toilet to go in its place. Toilets are not that expensive. So I went ahead and got one, ordered it online, and I'm gonna go pick it up. But I did curbside pickup, but since I wanna run in and look at paint color, I'm just gonna park and go in. Levi's already in the car waiting for me. So I'm gonna look before I leave to see if I have any 3/4 inch plywood out there. Because if I've got a problem under the toilet and there's anything that's leaked and it's wet or it's rotten, I don't feel any movement in the floor around the toilet, but I'm going to be on the safe side. So I'm gonna go ahead and get probably a 2 foot by 4 foot piece. That way I can just do one section under the toilet, and then if it has to be done, that way it's not very expensive. I can get the 2 foot by 4 foot, and if it needs to be replaced, I'll pull everything out. I'll replace that piece, and then I'll work my way out and go get a big full sheet, go back in the truck and get a full sheet. If we need a bathroom until then, I have the camper bathroom we can always use. So my thought process was I wasn't going to worry with this bathroom until I get the half bath installed. But I don't want to go under my house and cut any drain pipes and do any additions. I will pay somebody to do that. Once the toilet hole is in the floor, in what's going to be my new half bath, once the drain hole is in the floor and the drain and the water and everything is brought in under the floor and everything's hooked up and just turned off and it's ready for whatever I'm going to do, then I will decide wall color and floor treatment and all that kind of stuff. But I want the flange installed, I want it hooked up, ready to go underneath. I want the sink, which I want to do the sink on a old sewing machine base. And I've contacted a couple of people, but so far the originals, like mine, I have an antique sewing machine, but my sewing machine is still in it. Not mine, but the one that comes in it, the old Singer sewing machine is still in it. I don't want to take it apart. I want somebody that's already, theirs is falling apart. They lost the sewing machine. The sewing machine was broke and they took it out and was left with just an empty base. Then when that's like that, and there are several on Marketplace, and I've contacted several, some of them still have the originals, And after I thought about it, I thought, well, you know what? I should have just took their top off and just had the 2 metal legs, those cast iron legs, and then put my own top on. Because when I didn't even think about that at the time. When she said, well, how big it was, I was like, well, that's way too. She had it was the full length of when you take the sewing machine that's like this, and then you bring this part out, and then you bring this part out, and then the machine pops up. She was looking at it like that. And if you fold them in, then it becomes, I don't know, I feel like I just want to get a base and then have a top cut a top to the size I want. And Home Depot sells, it's not butcher block, but it looks like butcher block, and I think it's like for coffee table tops and things like that, and you can see the real thin pieces all put together. I just want to get one of them and cut it down to size right on the edge. And I'm thinking I would like one of those bowls that sit on top instead of get sunk in, but to sit on top. And anyway, that's all. I was going to do the bathroom first, do all that first, and then when I have a working toilet and sink in the new bathroom, then go but I might as well just get the toilet. If there's nothing else in that bathroom that needs to be done, if the floor is fine, I'm just replacing a toilet. And I guess we'll see. And it looks like my eyebrow is weird today. Maybe we'll go fix that before I get in the car. I had them tattooed on, and the phone's ringing. I had them tattooed on. Lou told me, she goes, my sister-in-law. Oh my gosh, I've been calling and calling. I was so scared. Oh my gosh, that was Steph. So a couple of days ago, they're on a trip in their RV. And a couple of days ago, Elora called me. She was calling me from Buddy's phone. And she was talking about the puppy. How big is a puppy? Gigi said her puppy was big now because she'd evidently called Mom too. Anyway, I said, she wants to see a picture of Jensen, like they live, like they've moved or something. She's like, at some point I said, where's Mom and where are y'all at right now? She said they're at a gas station, and Mom and Dad were on top of the camper because the air conditioner went out. And I said, oh baby. And I'm thinking, okay, RVs are set up different. Like in the front you have your people ACs like cars, but the backs are, with the generator. It ends up, according to Steph just now, well, long story short, because I'm a long story person, it's been a couple of days. So yesterday I tried to call her. I called her and she didn't answer. So I called Buddy and he didn't answer. So I'm thinking, well, one's driving, the other one won't answer. That's good. So, but then the other one didn't answer. Then I called Connor. He didn't answer. I called Caden. He didn't answer. And I was like, well, maybe they're in a bad spot. They just don't have service now. So I didn't panic yet. But then I tried again in the evening yesterday. It was like 6 something. And still nothing from none of them. And so then I thought, well, I know their mom was, no, she said their mom's not with them now. Not with them, but traveling with them in their RV. Her mom and stepdad's RV. Because I thought all were together. But she said her mom and her stepdad are still in Montana. They've already come down. They were in Utah. Anyway, they're coming on down into Colorado this evening. Then they'll go into New Mexico, and then they'll eventually be back in Texas, and they're supposed to be home on Sunday, the 17th. It was a very long trip. When their mom didn't answer, I freaked. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody has kidnapped this entire family of people. And this is what Daddy worries about when I say I'd like to get a little camper and pull it to like places not far. I'm talking about hooking up at the little hookup places at Galveston and stuff. And he's like, people will kidnap you, they'll get in there, you can't keep them campers aren't secure. And So this is all of a sudden, this is what I'm thinking. Somebody done kidnapped that entire family, and I can't get my grandbabies, I can't get Buddy, I can't get his mom, I can't get Steph. Anyway, they've evidently this whole time been in a canyon with no service, and they're just now getting service, and she was able to call me. And their generator is messed. It's not their AC, it's their generator. And for some reason, it's not pulling the load that it usually pulls, and they're having to, the kids are now bored because they can't use any of their phones or tablets or whatever, because she said even the refrigerator, they've had to unplug everything, just the generator to pull just air conditioner for them. And she says when they dock places, they're fine, they can plug in and get everything back. But in the driving, the kids are without service, without power. So. Okay, I'm back from Home Depot. I'll show y'all the new toilet out there in just a second. So I don't know if the toilet is giving me the problem or there's a problem underneath. But I know that the sink in here, the kitchen, everything drains fine. But the toilet will not flush. Well, it flushes. Nothing goes down. It just spins. Nothing goes down. And what I've had to start doing is taking this jug and filling it up with water and pouring it in the bowl like a heavy, like you do when there's no power. If anybody's had to do that before, to flush it, to make it make the vacuum suck it down. So anyway, I'm going to start by just pulling the toilet up. Take that out, pull the toilet up. If I have any rot or any leaking underneath the toilet, I don't think I do, but if I do, I got a plywood outside, 3/4 inch plywood. I'll replace anything. I've got some, I even have some 2x6, treated 2x6. If I have to do any, you know, scabbing on to the other joists under there, and then replacing like a section of subfloor under the toilet. If I have to do any of that, I've got the stuff I need to do that. When I do that, if it has to be done, and I'm sort of thinking I'm just going to do it regardless, because under this linoleum is this floor, this laminate. And I did have a problem with that the toilet before, and it had started a leak. I fixed the leak. I think I fixed the leak. But I'm going to show y'all what I noticed. See this discoloration right here? See it? Look at that. There's chips. Levi Wells. That, I think, is mildew from underneath the floor. If there's mildew, that means there's moisture. So this is my plan. Take the toilet out. Take the vanity out. Take this little cabinet out. Take that cabinet out. Now that bathtub sits on a piece of 3/4 inch plywood and linoleum that's not the same as this over here. There's a threshold right there. I don't know if y'all could see it. It goes all the way from one side of the house to that side over there. I know I don't have a leak at the bathtub. I know nothing is wrong with the bathtub, and I know that's already on a new floor. It's like the subfloor, and then we put 3/4 inch plywood to hold that tub. So I'm not having a problem with the tub section. It'll be from that threshold this way that I'll have to replace. I already measured, and from this wall to that wall is just a little over 4 foot. But when I enlarged this section for the clawfoot tub, I took this section of my closet out and see, made this indentation. It's indented here, right here. Look at all this movement since the house has been jacked up. All this is going to have to be, this wallpaper's going to be fixed too. But anyway, so this is wider than 4 foot. I don't know how wide, but what I'm gonna start out with is pulling all this out, pull this linoleum out, pull this up, get back down to subfloor. When I'm at subfloor, I'll make sure everything is fine under there. If there is leaking, which I think there's going to be, since I see mildew there, I feel like there's moisture. I know there's more. If there's mildew, there's moisture. And I think that's what that discoloration is from. I really don't know, because I don't know why it would discolor like that, because linoleum is waterproof, but, you know, something's happening. So when I get it down to the subfloor, if it's messed up there, I will replace that section under the toilet, whatever section, however big it needs to be. I'll replace the subfloor, cut it out, replace it. I'll fix the joist if any joists need to be fixed. If there's anything going on with the joist, I've got, like I said, treated 2x6s outside. Once that's done and the subfloor is replaced and we're ready to put whatever floor we're going to put back down, I am going to put plywood cut in strips, 12-inch strips. I'm going to sand the edges. Y'all will see all this. I'm just telling you now what I'm going to do, but y'all will see it. Sand the edges so I get a soft edge. Lay them down in place and screw them. And put them, it will look like wide plank. What I'm hoping it will look like is wide plank hardwood floors. It's just going to be pine. Once they're all down, the toilet's back down, then I will wrap the toilet with, because I can't wait. I can't go without a toilet for, you know, why stain and polyurethane and all that. I'm going to go ahead and get the toilet back down on raw plywood. Get it back down. Then I will come in and fill the rest of the room up with the hardwood floor. Then I will wrap the toilet at the bottom with painter's tape, and I will stain and I will polyurethane the bathroom floor. When that's done, then I will bring the vanity back in and that cabinet back in. And I don't know if I'll use this cabinet right here or not. It does hold the fan. But I will bring it all back in. And we'll have almost a brand new bathroom. Alright, here is the new toilet. We're going to get started on it. Well, I say we. I will get started on it tomorrow, I think. I may go in there this evening and take out the vanity and the cabinet. I may even start taking down the trim at the floor. Everything needs to be pulled up to get to the floor. I may do that this evening, but for the most part, I think I'm just going to get up in the morning and start it and get this put in. All right, I love y'all. God bless you. Pray for me over this little job. I couldn't get that any further than right there when I took it out of the car. It was heavy, heavy, heavy. I'll probably open the box out here and get each piece and take it in separately. Well, it's only 2 big pieces. And then the wax ring and the seat. I love the fact that it's got a slow close seat. Dear me, I can't talk today. Has a slow close seat, because Levi is a slammer. He's not a flusher, but he's a slammer. All right, love you guys. God bless y'all.